Coming up before 3 o'clock. So I look at some of the broadcasting that we've done throughout the week, and I throw it together, a bit of music in there. It may well feature you. That's the last feature today at about 5 to 3. Before that, we're talking about carrier bags. If we get a chance to do that one, which is so busy, I might even hold that for Monday. I think it's a bit busy, isn't it?
I'll tell you what.
Well,
you've got them riding with rage, some of the people who are ringing in.
Yeah.
I've got some interesting calls coming up. Duncan from Rockfish is waiting. They make high-visibility jackets for horse riders. This is very important, I think.
Because Duncan did email me as well. Listen, thank you for that. Have we got any Lalandi tree calls?
No, they're either everybody's out chopping them down, or they're a bit overshadowed and a bit intimidated.
Come on, dear listener, I want at least one or two of you with conifer trees to come on it. I'm not here to... Or another. OK, 222222. So, Duncan, afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for the email. And we've got you on there. So you make these high-vis jackets?
Yes, certainly. We manufacture high-vis jackets for the specific use for horse riders, using their horses on the road and off-road as well.
And you were saying in your email that insurance may not pay out if people aren't wearing sorts of jackets like this.
That's correct. There's a little-known clause in most insurance policies where you've got to take due care and attention to yourself and others. Now, if you do have an accident on a horse and you could be wearing high-visibility clothing, but if it doesn't comply to the European standards, the insurance companies can state that you're not taking due care and attention to yourself and others, and in turn refuse to pay out on the insurance policy.
What does these high-vis jackets say then? Do they say rider on it or something?
No, it's the European standards are there to protect the consumer, so when they're buying clothing that it conforms to a certain standard. Now, inside of any jacket that conforms to a standard, it states the standard that it applies to. So it's the insides of the jacket where you'll see the certificate for the jacket.
And how many riders are aware of this then? Because, I mean, you obviously manufacture them, sell them all over the country. I mean, I have to say, I would say fewer people wear them in Cornwall than perhaps they ought to.
Cornwall and the South West has actually got a good proportion of people that do understand, because we've got people like, well, I'll give the plug to people like Mole Valley Farmers that insist on selling things that comply to the standards. It's a new, it's not a new standard, it's new to the riding establishment. So riders are normally aware that they should be wearing high-vis. They're increasingly becoming aware that they should comply to a standard, but they are becoming fairly well educated through the riding magazines.
I mean, if you can send a picture of what you do on our Facebook page, it will raise the awareness of the story we're talking about, so you're very welcome to do that, Duncan.
But just one point that is interesting, a lot of people do stress that high-vis is worn in the winter and in the clothing in the early evenings. High-vis is there for riders and for cyclists and for runners and for all other disciplines. It should be worn 365 days of the year, not just in the winter, because there are just as many accidents in the summer when people aren't wearing high-vis.
Right. It just shows you 24/7.
Yeah.
Duncan, good talking to you. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Duncan from Rockfish, thank you. Maddie. Now, Maddie, how old are you?
7.